I'm not going to have a microphone for this one, so it's going to sound like crap. But whatever. Content is content, and I hope somebody likes it and listens to it, because at the end of the day, I feel like this one's important. So, free lunches. Let's talk about it. Bite up. Bite up. Bite up. Yeah. Get ready with me. I am going to be putting my makeup on as I do this video. All products will be tagged on my TikTok shop. So I guess this video is sponsored by me and my TikTok shop. Currently right now, I'm trying to find brands that are affected by the DEI ban. And if you know a brand that has been affected by it and they are on the TikTok shop, send them my way. I need them. I want them. Need them. Okay, I don't think you guys know this, and I've been really low-key about it because it still doesn't feel real to me, but I've sold over $1 million for brands. And don't get me wrong, they're like plus-size brands, like they support plus-size people, but they have stopped supporting me. So I've been like putting them on hold, which means I haven't really been selling because I also want to do advocating. It's perfect time for this, okay? I remember when I started selling on the TikTok shop, that was never my goal. My goal was always to talk about things that mattered in the world. So this is a way that I could use capitalism for good, or at least I'm going to try. And one day if I don't have to do both jobs, then cool. But this is how I'm doing it for now. So all my products are my TikTok shop. If you want it, cool. So let's talk. So the DEI law was banned. We love that. It's been one hell of a year, and we're not even through January. Screams into a pillow. It's fine. Okay, so DEI is a thing. I'm looking for brands to sell on TikTok that are affected by that. Let's talk about free lunches, because I saw this TikTok this morning.
And so my question to you, just to follow up with you, would you support getting rid of school lunch for vulnerable kids and breakfast and Head Start, for example, and getting rid of childhood cancer research? Do you support that, and what do you say to your constituents? I want to follow up on that question.
Listen to what he says.
From you.
When you talk about school lunches, hey, I worked my way through high school. I don't know about you, but I worked since I was, before I was even 13 years old. I was picking berries in the field before we had child labor laws that precluded that. I was a paper boy. And when I was in high school, I worked my entire way through. You're telling me that kids who stay at home, instead of going to work at Burger King, McDonald's during the summer, should stay at home and get their free lunch instead of going to work? I think we need to have a top-down review.
I think you're painting a lot of these kids with a broad brush. I would say that's not necessarily a fair assessment of all of the kids. So you would say all the kids in your district who use the free lunch, for example, or breakfast, they're all just sitting at home and not working. Okay, I just want to clarify, because that seems like what you were trying to insinuate.
This gives us a chance. This gives us a chance, though, to see where is the money really being spent. Who can actually go and actually produce their own income? Who can actually go out there and do something that makes them have value and work skills for the future? I mean, how many people got their start in fast food restaurants when they were kids versus just giving a blanket rule that gives all kids lunches in high school who are capable of going out and actually getting a job and doing something that makes them have value, thinking about their future instead of thinking about how they're going to sponge off the government when they don't need to.
But a lot of these kids aren't even of working age. They're young kids, and as you well know, and also some of the kids that Head Start, they're like 5 and under. Right now with this freeze, vulnerable population.
One, he is saying that very blatantly that he wants your children to go work in the fields. That's what he's saying. Your children should go get those jobs. I mean, that is what I heard. 2, let's talk about his thing about free lunches, because that was the entire topic. She asked him,
nations could be directly impacted. And so my question to you, just to follow up with you, would you support getting rid of school lunch for vulnerable kids and breakfast and Head Start, for example, and getting rid of childhood cancer research? Do you support that, and what do you say to your constituents? I want to follow up on that question too, because I didn't hear an answer from you.
when you talk about school lunches?
So, one, he did not really answer the question. He just said, well, kids are lazy these days. They need to get back to work. Okay? That's basically the gist of what he said. And two, he is also saying, no, I do not think kids should get free lunches. Now, this is where my story comes into play. Okay? I have a very unique perspective on free lunches because I was a poor kid. I know, but I had a single mom. Yeah, I had a single mom. When you say that, people are like, oh, that makes sense. Yes, because single moms in this country are shut on, right? Like, you have to have 2 incomes to survive, and you needed to since 1980s. So obviously I was born in 1993, and my mom had 1 income. So she made like 12 grand a year, if that, okay? While my dad, divorced, living down the street, who claimed me on the taxes, made 6 figures plus as a police officer. When I say this is my unique perspective, I remember not getting free lunches since my father claimed me on his taxes. Sneakily claimed me on his taxes. I was unable to get free lunches. Perspective. It's the only concealer I use, honestly. It's like $3, I think. Maybe $6. It's my unique experience because he claimed me on his taxes. I was always denied getting free lunches. And I didn't have food at home. And I didn't have food to bring with me to school. And we're talking elementary all the way up. Okay, yes, I was able to get a job when I was 12. I was able to get a job when I was 12, and this was still a struggle for me because they paid me $50 for the month at 12 years old. I was doing lighting for shows, and it was like a community theater. So I would do lighting for the play for the month, and then they would pay me the $50, and that was great. But if I didn't do a show, then I didn't make money, and I was 12. And let me tell you, this was a concept that my mother explained to me ever since I first got denied free lunches. I was in elementary school. I believe I was in 2nd grade. This was a concept that wasn't abnormal to me. It was not strange for my mom to sit me down and say, listen, the reason why you can't get lunches is because your dad claims you and he makes so much money, the government won't give it to you. And I'm like, wait, what? But okay. And then when I turned 25, I was like 25. I could be wrong. Maybe 26 or 27. I remember crying when they made free lunches just for everyone. Just free. You don't have to pay. They're just, kids deserve to eat when they are learning. I cried. And that will be taken away for everyone, as well as the people in my situation. I need to check. He may have already passed it, but the parent who is paying the child support now gets to claim the child on the taxes. It was the same situation I had. In my unique situation, that is exactly what's happening. And I starved. I'm telling you, we couldn't even get food stamps. That will be another video. I am just dreading to see about the decades of results that will be left behind because of this. I'm just saying, you want us to have children, but you're not going to help us a community. You're not going to. If 2 people need an income to survive, but 1 person needs to be home to raise a child, but you are raising a child in a society, but you want our society to still be a 2-income household. but you're not going to give children free lunches. And you want them to go to work to compensate. This is terrifying. I'm telling you, I worked as a child. My mom was a single mom, and we still struggled. If you need to have a room, a 2-bedroom is this much. So if you have a child that will not be paying that rent, that's what you're saying. You want your child to pay for their bedroom? I'm shook. Okay, I can't with this, guys. This is too much. I'm just saying, to me, it's just giving, I don't want my kids to eat, and I don't want them to have cancer research, and these are departments that I don't mind getting rid of. But let's unpack why. So, yeah, that's my unique take on this situation. So yeah, that's what I gotta say. All I gotta say about that. No, I'm just saying, if you hear people say, I want to get rid of DEI, ask them, do you know what that means? Or if you hear somebody say, I want to get rid of free lunches, ask them why. Why? And if they say they want your kid to work instead of learn, that's your country trying to keep your kid poor and broke and in the working force and uneducated. We're trying to bring people back to the 1800s, and that ain't the vibe anymore, bro. So let's get off. I'm just smudging it on. I can't even see. I know that it's hard living in a country that feels like all your rights are being taken away, especially for your children. I don't even have children, and I'm furious about this. I really am. I want to sob. I want to sit here and cry, because that is like heart-wrenching. As a child who did not have food growing up, and a mother who worked so many fucking jobs, okay? And a dad who lived down the fucking street who could have helped and didn't. I am telling you, this is bullshit, and only helps the lazy pieces of shit in this situation. Does not help the children, does not benefit them whatsoever. So that's my rant, and I'm gonna go enjoy my beautiful time in New York City. I'll film and get some fun little video while I'm out. But yeah, stay beautiful. Oh God, I'm almost done. Stay beautiful, but most importantly, stay out of trouble.